Every year, businesses waste over $30 billion on software they never fully use. And the wild part? Most of those purchases started with a Google search and a product review. What if those reviews were lying to you? We are living through the greatest software gold rush in history. 10 years ago, a small business might run on a handful of tools, maybe an email client, a spreadsheet, and an accounting package. Today, the average company uses over 130 different SaaS products. 130. That number goes up every year. The software industry figured out something brilliant. Instead of selling you a product once, they could rent it to you forever. Subscription models changed everything. Now there are tools for every conceivable task: project management, CRM, HR, communication, analytics, security, automation, content, payments. The list is endless, and new ones launch every week. Product Hunt, SaaS directories, and LinkedIn are flooded with announcements. The all-in-one solution for your business. Increase productivity by 40%. Join over 10,000 satisfied customers. This explosion has created a real problem. How do you choose? How do you know which tools are actually worth your money, your time, and the effort it takes to migrate your team to something new? That's where software reviews come in. And that's exactly where things get complicated. Here's what a bad SaaS decision actually costs. Let's say you're a 50-person company and you switch to a new project management tool. You pay $1,500 a month for the subscription. That's $18,000 a year before you even count the hidden costs. There's the migration cost, moving data, integrating with existing tools, setting up workflows. That can take weeks of IT time. Then there's training. When you change platforms, productivity drops while people learn the new system. Studies show it takes an average of 3 to 6 months before a team reaches peak efficiency on new software. In a 50-person company, even a 10% productivity dip adds up to tens of thousands of dollars in lost output. And then there's the worst outcome, realizing the tool doesn't actually do what you needed it to do. The features that looked good in the demo aren't there in real use. The customer support is slow. The pricing changed after you committed. Sound familiar? This happens to companies of every size. And it happens because most people don't know how to evaluate software properly. They rely on star ratings, homepage promises, and reviews written by people who used a free trial for 2 weeks. That's not research. That's a gamble. Let me give you a framework that actually works. Before you even look at a single review, you need to start with clarity about what you need. Write down the specific problem you're trying to solve. Not, we need better communication. That's too vague. We need a way for our remote team to share project updates across 3 time zones without email threads getting lost. That specificity changes everything about how you evaluate tools. Next, define your must-haves versus your nice-to-haves. Must-haves are non-negotiable. Nice-to-haves are features that would be good, but you can live without. Most software is sold on its nice-to-haves. Don't buy for the features you want. Buy for the problems you need solved. Now think about integration. The tool needs to connect with what you already use. A brilliant standalone app that doesn't sync with your CRM, your calendar, or your billing system will create more work, not less. Integrations are not a bonus, they're a requirement. And finally, think about scale. Where will your business be in 2 years? 3 years? Software that works for 10 people often breaks for 100. What are the pricing tiers? What features get locked behind enterprise plans? Don't just buy for today. Build a map of what you'll need tomorrow. Once you have this clarity, you're ready to actually use reviews intelligently. And most people skip all of this. Software reviews are a goldmine, but only if you know what to look for. Let's talk about where to find real reviews and how to extract signal from noise. Start with verified platforms like G2, Capterra, and Trustpilot for software specifically. These platforms verify that reviewers are actual users. Look for patterns across reviews, not individual opinions. If 40 people mention that the mobile app is buggy, that's data. If 3 people say it changed their life, that's a marketing testimonial, not insight. Pay close attention to negative reviews. A company's response to criticism tells you everything about their customer culture. Do they respond promptly? Do they acknowledge the issue? Or do they get defensive and deflect? This is how you see through the polished sales exterior to what the company is actually like when things go wrong. Look for reviews from businesses similar to yours. Same size, same industry, same use case. A 5-star review from a 5,000-person enterprise means almost nothing if you're a 20-person startup. Context is everything. Check the review dates. SaaS products evolve fast. A product that was buggy 2 years ago might be excellent today, or vice versa. Weight recent reviews heavily. Finally, look beyond the review platforms. Search Reddit, LinkedIn groups, and industry forums. Real users talk freely in places where they're not writing for a rating. You've done your research. You have a short list of 2 or 3 tools. Now, how do you make the final call? Run a proper pilot, not a demo. A demo is a performance put on by a salesperson who is very good at showing you the best angles. A pilot is your team using the real product with your real data for a defined period, at least 2 weeks, ideally a month. Set success criteria in advance. What would need to be true for this tool to become your permanent choice? Talk to the vendor honestly about your concerns. A good SaaS company will engage with your objections. They'll answer your hard questions about pricing, data portability, and support response times. A bad company will avoid those questions or hand you to a chatbot. And consider the contract carefully. Look for auto-renewal clauses, price increase provisions, and data export policies. If you ever need to leave, how hard is it? Your data should always be yours. Never sign a contract that traps it. The best SaaS purchase is the one that solves your specific problem, integrates cleanly, and grows with you without surprises. Business software is now one of the biggest investments a company makes, and one of the most overlooked. But with the right evaluation process, you can stop guessing and start choosing tools that actually deliver. At SaaS IQ, we go deep on this. Every week, we break down real software reviews, expose the gaps between marketing promises and real-world performance, and give you the knowledge to make better decisions. If you learned something from this video, subscribe and hit the bell. We publish new deep dives every week. Your next smart software decision starts here.